Last time on Slug Simulator. But it's a bug that could kill us all. I don't like the fact that it can lay 1,000 eggs.
This time, stay dead.
We will not embrace the great silence.
Do I get XP? I get XP for it, right? Yay, XP! Oh, a 9,000? Oh, hell yeah. Let's see what the council says.
Dismissed.
Novaria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Is this report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Novaria?
Found them and wiped them out. Do you take pleasure from committing genocide, Shepard?
It was them or me, Counselor. The choice wasn't hard.
The mission must always come first. Just be aware that your actions can have far-reaching consequences.
We'll be waiting for your next report, Commander.
What the fuck kind of pussy report was that?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Is this report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Novaria?
Found them and wiped them out. Do you take pleasure from committing genocide, Shepard?
Depends on the species, Turian.
Commander, you are addressing a member of the Council. You will show the proper respect.
Respect works both ways.
We made you a Spectre. There's no greater form of respect.
This arguing is pointless. Commander, we have your report. Let us know if anything further develops.
Wow, that conversation is not going anywhere. Ah. Resume career, please. I want to start a new one. Okay. We did Novaria last time. I think this time we're doing Feros, if I am correct. But I think first we need to talk to everyone on the ship to find out what is going on. What is going on? Do I talk to these people? Is there anyone here I can talk to? Do I talk to Joker? Ah, see? I'm now remembering people. Hey, Matt, here you are. Here you are. Here you are.
Boy, am I glad to be off of Novaria. I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolich syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Wow.
I have to go.
Alright, see you.
I normally do Feros before Noveria. I wonder if there will be anything noticeably different. I have no idea. I guess we'll find out. Everything I said about Cyberpunk 2077 is crap. It's going to be a simultaneous release on all the platforms. That sounds good to me. I won't have to buy another console in order to play it. It looks bloody good. It looks bloody good. It looks bloody good. You know what's making me jealous? Jet has emojis on Twitch that actually show up on the screen. That makes me jelly. That's the one complaint I have about YouTube. I don't want to complain, but like that's a legitimate complaint. YouTube really has to step up. And my favorite part about yesterday was a random channel in Spain did a copyright claim on our live stream. I'm like, on what fucking grounds? And YouTube just lets it happen.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
Stonewalling?
And what do they think?
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
Ever thought about going back under the knife? Maybe get an upgrade?
No thanks, Commander. One slip and you can't remember your own name. The L2s spike higher anyway. My abilities would drop with pain-free L3s. That'd be a cold day before I turn myself over to a Canadic subsidiary.
Got a story there, Olenko?
You know the records about the biotic trading out on Jump Zero? They're all classified because the Alliance made mistakes. After first contact, Canadics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Canadics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Get your knuckles rapped a few times, Lieutenant?
Yeah, you could say that. Our instructor was a Turian by the name of Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, it was under the table. The less said, the better. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Wow. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. The stuff that's happening here. Okay, I'm sort of getting the layout for this ship. Sort of. I don't want to jinx it. I sort of know where everything is. Sort of. A little bit. Maybe. I'm getting 0.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an
See,
Alliance
there's
ship?
nothing new here.
I enlisted. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Will I be playing too? If it wins the vote, then we will. Oh, what about Liara? She was on the previous mission, right? Oh yeah, she killed her mother. Like, we killed her, right?
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
I blame Saren. And if I were you, I'd want revenge.
We have enough reason to stop Saren. I do not need to add revenge to the list. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
Has your opinion changed at all?
It has. I have been watching you and your crew. It has taught me a lot about your species. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
So, we're Americans?
Why me?
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer.
We hung up on them,
your
though,
history.
and committed
I
genocide.
know what happened on Akuz. The fact that you survived shows a remarkable strength.
Why are you so interested in me?
I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
I've played enough to know where this is going. Yes, it has to be voted, and that's done by the Council of Kumas on the Discord. And they are currently voting. They're currently voting for the game that will take Metal Gear Solid 2's place next week onwards. Well, the week after next week onwards. I know it can't be Mass Effect 2 because we haven't finished Mass Effect 1, and that would not make sense. We would create a time paradox.
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
Who's Chief Williams?
Williams and I are just friends, nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
No, you were right. There is something between us.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you? We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
Saren wants both of us dead. That's something.
That is
What?
not the most romantic reason, is it? You make it all sound so dangerous.
That's not what I would have said. I would have said we have one thing in common, which is liking each other. But, okay, sure. Keep talking about Saren. Another guy. Get our mind on another... Shepard, what the fuck are you doing? Alright, let's try to salvage this situation. Because if we start going down this route, it's going to go down a fucking rabbit hole and a half. He's going to start fantasizing about Saren. But this is too pussyfooting. This is... Yeah, this one's a good one.
Don't tell me a little danger puts you off.
This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. You... I need some time.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
Well, I didn't expect this.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
Benezia was swept up in events beyond her control and lost herself. She fell under the spell of indoctrination and became part of the very thing she wanted to stop. But I will remember and honor how she lived, not how she died. My mother was strong, kind, and beautiful. And now she is gone.
Are we talking about Sylvanas or Mass Effect? What?
Are you going to be okay?
You are kind to ask, Shepard. I do miss her, and I grieve for what happened to her. But I will not let my grief interfere with what we are trying to accomplish.
Shepard is so taking advantage of the situation while she's emotionally unstable. Even though she is technically older than him. Considerably so.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Rumors?
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us.
What?
We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I'm worried to pull the pin on that hand grenade, but I need to know.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
So, you probe our mind and then on a genetic level extract the data you would otherwise get from, and then you implant it into a daughter who you'd later give birth to, who is biologically still ours, but physical contact is not required? Am I getting this right?
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Well, this explains why... Okay. So that girl that we did the Titanic thing with could essentially, just by talking to people, create a daughter without the other person knowing, because the physical contact isn't required. So she could be having a conversation with someone and they might find it unbelievably stimulating and be like, wow, that was a really cool conversation. Meanwhile, the other Asari, right? That's what their race is called, has just stolen my DNA and produced a baby without me knowing.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
That explains why 100-year-olds are still considered kids. Basically, it is how long it takes the parent to have the proper birds and bees talk. You know, they have to meld minds. So, you need to connect on a non-physical level first before you can produce an offspring. That almost makes the human race... How do I say this without insulting all of us? That almost makes us seem like chimps.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
So a pure blood is considered insulting because it's not genetically diverse enough to give you traits from other species, which is considered advantageous. Cool. We have a similar thing in humanity where it's genetically advantageous to produce an offspring with someone of a diverse genetic structure to yours, because it means they're probably going to inherit some genes and traits which would be beneficial for survival if, you know, said diseases from a region where, you know, you never encountered it in yours, your offspring encounters, because, you know, someone on that bloodline might have encountered it and they might have some built-in immunities or resistances to it already. But on the flip side, you can also do the opposite, where you can have one family tree with very strong genes, you know, very I don't want to say pure, but let's just say, you know, everyone in your bloodline has no heart disease, no liver disease, next to no cancer. You know, we're talking like a, I don't want to say the word clean, but let's just say a very healthy genetic, you know, structure. And then you have someone from a family that has a full-blown history of heart disease, of liver failure, of cancer, of, you know, put it that way, you meld the two, and then you're actually putting your offspring at a disadvantage because you're opening up, you know, the floodgate to all these potential things that could happen to your offspring, right? Because, you know, you're combining half-half from the parent, the mother, and the father. You know, if I paid any attention in high school, which I didn't, I looked it up on Wikipedia, but you know what I mean. But for the Asari, it's like, oh, we're ashamed. So does that mean they pick the genetics that are passed on, or is it something that's automatically assigned? Because people on Earth are like, you know what I mean? I mean, yeah, there are some families which are inbred to keep the family strong, and we can identify them by just looking at them on the internet. You're just like, but you know what I mean? Like, how does it work? Do they get to pick the genetics they pass on? Because, like, they're looking down on breeding with Asari, but
Why agree to the union if she didn't want any children?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something happened to her before she had the chance. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
Welcome, Blue. You're back to the sponsor club. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You get a vote in the next round, so don't forget to vote. Don't forget to vote. 50% Asari and 50% Asari is just 100% Asari. Child is basically no better than a mother because nothing new is gained. Asari culture that is like wasting a generation. I see. But you also said that pure blood Asari has high biotic or biotic, right? Potential. So that's like that psychokinesis, telekinesis sort of thing where they control, you know, they have powers. Such a basic way to say it. They have powers. But, right? So, doesn't it come at a cost? Because humans have fuck all, right? So if you breed with a human, aren't you watering down that potential? It's not all upside. There's also downside, right? And welcome back, Blue. Welcome back. We're doing a vote currently for the game that's taking Metal Gear Solid 2's place. So make sure when you have a chance to hop on Discord and actually vote for that. You might be interested to see how the vote's going. It's still monodam. Your process is safe. Are you? Can we just double check that really quickly? Oh yeah, you are. So it is safe. So it does continue. Okay, good. Good. So in future reference, now we know. Now we know. Now we know. Now we know. No, but there would have to be some downside, right? It can't just all be upside. That's broken.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
For Asari, biotic power is like human muscles. Right, so that's the equivalent of mating with like a gladiator. Okay.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species.
Yeah.
If both parents are Asari, I am what Asari... It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Wow. Sounds like they have a lot in common with humans.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
You get everything you need to have strong biotic powers from your mother. Having your father Asari brings nothing new to the table. Right, so it's a little bit like humans because you're getting the blood from your mother in the womb and the nutrients. The mother has greater impact. Okay.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Okay. Well, as you can see, Blue, clearly our new, what do I call her? See, she's stroking, and of course she's doing that, and of course she's checking out Shepard, who wouldn't look at the stud muffin. He just committed genocide on a planet and hung up to the Intergalactic Council. We rescued her, and now she's a member of our crew, and she seems to be having the hots on us. And apparently we can romance our own crew members, and that is not considered inappropriate in international space. It's actually pretty fun to play this game. It's pretty open. Pretty open third-person shooter. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. And you can pick what you do.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while.
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
Okay, now we're getting to a good topic.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
Disturbing, you say?
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
So what was it?
Both, actually. But it took us a while to figure that out.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Saleon, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Salarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set.
Wait, they have 4?
Somebody's making a killing out there.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Yeah? Go on.
One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Saleon's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
So it wasn't killing people, he was just extracting organs.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. We just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
No wonder you hated it there. Those idiots just let him fly away.
Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
A few casualties is a small price to pay to stop someone like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those hostages might be wishing they'd died by now anyway. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Saleon?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Saleon, I want to be there when you find him.
Oh, we are fucking going there. Where is this motherfucker? I'm gonna remove his testicles. Where is this motherfucker? What planet is the motherfucker on?
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Do you do any fucking work here?
Let's pretend this never happened.
Get the fuck off my ship.
Are you interested in the Lieutenant Chief?
Of course not, sir. Fraternization is against regulations. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Ah, daddy issues.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Uh-huh. You bonded?
Sounds like your father wasn't around much. Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there.
Uh-huh. Daddy issues. Gotcha.
Rest from travel. I will drink
Hello?
Hacham, we're gonna need more coffee.
times I've enjoyed greatly,
What am I?
suffered greatly.
You are Hachan.
Those that loved me.
My waitress?
Think of yourself more as a maid.
No!
Much have I seen and
I'm not doing that then.
Secretary?
That sounds better.
Okay, secretary.
Well, what do I get?
Remember how I cooked last night? There's a lunch pack in the fridge.
I had breakfast already.
Okay, there's a lunch pack for dinner. There's a dinner pack in the fridge.
It's the same thing. You can't trick. Hey!
Ah, yes, thank you. You're right on time. I will need an extra strong coffee, thank you. Oh, then it would be confusing as to who I'm talking to. Thank you for your assistance. Where were we? Something about poetry. This is crap. I'm bored now. Yeah, I've always liked that
you
one.
like classical literature?
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
Ash is throwing so much emotional baggage on us.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Oh yeah, I definitely believe in God.
You know that old saw, there's never an atheist in a foxhole? I've been in a lot of foxholes.
I'm gonna be in your hole. I mean, what?
I guess you have. I've met a few people who were really weirded out by my faith.
Oh boy.
Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez.
What's your faith? Satanism?
Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
I believe in science.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
Yep. What up, Matt? What up? What up, Doc? Oh, you're upset about Ash? I never liked her anyway.
It feels like we're getting near the end, doesn't it, Shepard? With Saren, I mean.
It won't be much longer. One way or another, it'll all be over soon.
You'll find the conduit before he does. I know you will. You have to. And after this is all over, when my pilgrimage ends and I go back to my own people, I'll be proud to say I was a part of it.
We couldn't have done this without you, Telly.
You've been good to me. A lot of people treat Quarians like second-class citizens. They just want us to go back to our fleet and disappear. But you've treated me just like everyone else on your crew. Like an equal. That means a lot, and it says something about you. Whatever happens, I just want to say thank you for that.
I'm gonna miss you when you go back to your own people, Telly.
That won't happen for a while yet. I'll be right here anytime you need me.
Wait, do we know about her father?
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict. A military
Thank you,
man through and
Hachan. You're
He
the
never
best.
allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes
my
felt
hat?
like he was pushing me
Do
too
you want to
hard.
wear it? You
But
can wear it
now
next
I'm old
time.
enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
It's an inside joke I have with Hachan. It's an inside joke because the first Halloween we were together, she dressed up as an Ecomedo. And she was like, I don't like it. But then she was like, feels pretty good. And I've been making jokes about it ever since. It's an inside joke we have.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like
Hey,
I
Hudson.
said, it wasn't easy.
I was just telling them about your Nekomedo Halloween.
Person you bond with.
Oh
And he
no.
wasn't around all that much. Too busy.
It's okay, I didn't tell them much. They'll ask you next time.
People counted on him, and he took his duties
Bye.
seriously.
Ah, Hudson,
Even
talk,
when
please.
he was around,
Renegade.
he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it. Not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
Okay, can someone answer this question to me? Is there a single female on my ship that doesn't have daddy issues? Just saying.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I got nothing.
I should go.
See you later.
Alright, let's go shove a crowbar up that scientist's ass. Where is that scientist? I'm gonna shove a crowbar up his ass. Where is he? Garrus says he gave me the coordinates. Let's find the coordinates and bomb the living shit out of the planet he's on. I'm getting a flamethrower and roasting it alive. I am going to show them what revelations in the Christian faith looks like. Scorched Earth. Sorry, but that was delivered much better by Samuel L. Jackson, but... No, wait. That was delivered by Brad Pitt in Tropic Thunder.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the council. I'll patch it through to the comm room.
What the fuck do they want? They're always in my ass. Dr. Saleon's, the MSV Fidele located in the Herschel system of Keeper Verge. My god, these names. Can I just start calling them numbers and letters? It'll make my life easier.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
If you are the arms of the Citadel, I am the dick of the Citadel. I will fuck up anyone that comes my way.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
It's fine, I'll kill everyone there, don't worry about it. I'll clean the planet up and then you could sell it. Don't worry, I won't even leave a cockroach left. They'll all be dead. Kuma, do not take this mission. Hang up on them. Shit. Do I have to do the mission? Shit. So what do the assignments say? Uh-huh. Shit. Alright, we need to do the, We need to jump through the morphogenic field back to where before we spoke to the council. Alright, we'll jump through the morphogenic field to a timeline where Shepard has not yet spoken to the council. What happened to the Shepard that just spoke to the council? Well, he's here. What happened to the guy that didn't speak to the council? Well, guess what? He just woke up where Shepard had just spoken to the council.
We received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
What kind of information?
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
I'm listening.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
I don't like being kept in the dark.
We can't have you racing around the galaxy chasing false leads, Commander. We only contacted you because we feel this may be significant.
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communication. But, considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to
The missing infiltration team's not my problem. Clean up your own mess.
That unit may have sacrificed their lives to get this message out. Saren is up to something on Vermar. You'd see that if it weren't for your stubborn human pride.
I will find Saren, but I'm doing it my way.
The Council prefers not to become involved. Good luck, Commander Shepard.
Alright, was that better? Ah! Kuma, don't do that mission yet. Save it for later. Oh my god, do I have to go through the morphogenic field again? What the hell? Wait, I get the mission anyway? That is bullshit. Alright, you said something about a planet where I have to go kill the guy. I don't know which morphogenic field is better. Alright, zoom out of Noveria. Alright, where's that crazy doctor? You said something about a planet that I can't name in a system that I have no idea about. Alright, where Vermeier's over there. Where's the crazy doctor? Is he in the asteroid? Wait, you said something about Kelpa Verge, right? I remember something about a Kelpa Verge. Was it this one? Hirschgel? Was it snowing? Am I going in the right direction? Ah. Okay, we are going in the right place. This place sounds so German. I hope they have good beer. And schnitzel. And did I cook the other schnitzels?
Commander, urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
What do you need, Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
How many casualties so far?
17 Marines were killed in the simulation exercises. Before we realized what had happened, that's when we contacted you. VI support is critical to our military success. They process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. But as advanced as this thing is at military strategy, it's still just a VI. It's not self-aware, and it's completely disengaged from any networks. That's where you come in. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our fail-safes aren't responding. The
Sunshine
VI operates on a
lollipops and
closed
rainbow.
network. It can't affect any external systems, but we don't have any direct access to its processes. We could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility would be catastrophic. We'd prefer to have someone shut down the core. Someone like you. I
mean
know
a
Spectres
slug?
answer the council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military. And right now, we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
Of course, I'm the only Slav you have in the fleet. So where was I going? Was it in Matol to Megol? Which planet did you say is on? So is located in the Hershko system of Kulpa Verge. Okay. It's located in this... Ah! The Fidel is a Kowloon class modular conveyor of human design. In addition to the standard cargo bay, the hull has several biological research modules attached. Registry, private owner Dr. Hart. We're boarding your ship. Alright. The mission is simple. There are no survivors. You have your orders. Shoot to kill. Alright, how do I get on this ship?
Hostile contact.
Nani? Out of the way, girl. Nani? My team, god damn it. Get back over here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, you gotta be... God damn it. You gotta be kidding me. It's like fucking... This is what I imagine Doom to be like. My team died to this?
Send me back in.
Commander.
You guys gotta be kidding me. You're getting no dinner. Oh, there's an explosive right there. Oh, okay. Alright, scavenge the place for items. Unfortunately, I live in a desert in California. Only the rain's like 20 days a year max. It's a bit like Australia. We're currently going through another drought. Doom has a good soundtrack. I haven't played it. I've only watched the movie, the one with The Rock. It was pretty good. I want to play it though. That would be epic. Maybe on Halloween. Alright, how do I heal these people? Is R heal? Of course I throw a grenade. It's Slav as fuck. What the fuck was that?
Thank you. Thank you for saving me from those things.
Commander, that's him. That's Dr. Saleon.
What? My name is Hart. Dr. Hart. Please, get me out of here.
Are you sure it's him?
Positive. There's no escape this time, Doctor. I'd harvest your organs first, but we don't have the time.
We can make the
You're
time.
Crazy. He's crazy. Please, don't let him do this to me.
This is my kill, Garrus.
You're all crazy!
Never hesitate when you've got the enemy in your sights, Garrus.
Point taken. Well, I guess we're done here.
Saleon's medical equipment is stained with the blood of many species, pale blue, violet, orange, and more than a few dark red. But his work has ended here. Time to head back to the Normandy. Nice. Alright, our mission's done here. Salvage everything we can find. Alright, so far so good. We got good shit. Let's kill everything else in the ship. Can we sell it for scrap? No, let's head back to our ship. Look up in tier. What? I'm looking up. I don't see it. What's up? Oh, look up rip and tear from... Oh, right. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. It's a soundtrack. You know, I may as well just download the entire soundtrack, put it on play when I'm at the gym one time, and tear that place apart. Might take a few people down with me, but, you know, that is acceptable in the gym. It is acceptable. It is a place of masculinity. And testosterone. And very sweaty, hairy men. Alright, mission accomplished. Let's go debrief. No, wrong place to debrief. I don't know why, I'm getting a bit of motion with this game. Maybe it's because it's not fluid graphically wise when it's moving. It's kind of like bumpy, edgy. I'm like, what the fudge is going on? Kuma here stealing kills from Garrus. It's my XP! I would fear for the gym. I haven't been there in like 2 weeks, so I'm feeling really weak. And I want to go, but like... I sometimes have like a purple water bottle and my towel is sometimes, you know, whatever, and I wear whatever. And then people are sometimes just like looking at me like this. But then when I start my workout and I'm drenched in sweat and I'm just pumping iron, people just move out of the way when I walk subconsciously. They're just like, fuck, I'm getting out of the way. What's this guy doing? You fixing my tires?
Commander, good to see you.
Oh, okay. You good, Rex?
Shepard.
So, you'd rather be a merc than help your people?
I'm a fighter. It's what I do.
Aren't you at all worried about what will happen to the Krogan?
What the hell do you want me to do about it, Shepard? I'm tired of sticking my ass on the line and getting nothing for it.
So you decided to go your own way?
I decided killing for credits was better than killing for a lost cause. I'm no hero, Shepard. Bottom line, killing for credits simplifies things.
You ever think about helping your people?
I try not to. But there's a lot of Krogan mercs out there. I'm always running into them. Half the time I'm being paid to kill them. But that's just part of the job. You don't get to pick who your enemies are.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
The only smooth running edition of this game is the Xbox port. See, this makes me want to go to the gym. Not to see sweaty hairy men, but to scare people by being a tiny 50 cubit lifting weight 10 times bigger than me. You do realize Vladimir Putin is a very short man, and the amount of respect he commands is like up here. It's not about your stature, it's about how you carry yourself. And doing physical exercise and getting martial arts training will give you that confidence because you know how to handle yourself. And subconsciously you'll start behaving like I'm not intimidated by anyone because I know I could tear up the place. And when you start behaving like that, other people will sense it. The way you move, the way you conduct yourself, the way you speak, the way you look at them. You'll command respect, you'll command power. Your height? Fuck, that means very little. If anything, they'll be more intimidated by the little guy that doesn't give a fuck about the big guy. You know, you remember when Vegeta and Nappa arrived on Earth? And Nappa was this massive, hulking, muscly guy. And everyone just looks at Vegeta and says, holy fucking shit. And that guy's scared of the little guy. The little guy's got something, you know? It's that thing. You would be even more intimidating. Because you'd be like, fuck. I will fight Vladimir Putin for dominance. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. He's a fucking scary motherfucker. I wouldn't fight him one-on-one. He'd tear me apart. He'd just go big boss on my ass and dislocate my shoulder for fun. And then just pop it back in place after he teaches me a lesson. And then I just say, thank you, comrade. Or maybe thank you, Supreme Commander. Or thank you, Commander. Reed. Kuma, can we take a 2-minute break before you start the Feros mission? I need to pee and I'm holding it in for an hour. Alright, go, go, go. I'll just start talking to the crew. Go, go, go. In the most Sith way possible. Unlimited power! Oh, by the way, Matt, you're going to absolutely love the MGS2 replay you're watching. At one part, Hutchin walks in and the game's not paused and she's on the screen and we start getting shot. And then I have to take out all the guards. And she's like, one of the guards is sleeping. I'm like, no, he's dead. He's like, he's pretending to be sleeping. Shoot him again. And I'm like, Hutchin, I love you. She has grown powerful with the dark side. Feros on Luna V. I give 0 Fs about Luna V. Who cares about Luna V? Like, what's that? We're just gonna take out a weapon system? Is that even our job? Is it even our job to take out a weapon system? Is it? Is it? Do we even have to do Luna V? Krillin could take over the entire planet if it weren't for all the Saiyans and aliens. When you think about it, Krillin's the strongest human. Do we even have to do the Luna V thing? See, we've got Feros. We've got the Conduit. Wait, you need to explore Feros, Noveria, Dinner Cluster. Oh, okay. And oh, we're going here anyway. You trained well. Hello, live chat. All good, all good. It's important for the story. Alright, we'll do it later. We'll do it later. We'll do it later. Let's do it later. We'll do it later. It's pretty important. Alright, then let's do pretty important later. Vegeta is adorable as fuck. Just look at the way he is around Bulma. Like, seriously. On Namek, he would have tore her apart. And then she developed a crush on him. And then when he comes back to Earth, she's like, come with me, big boy. And he's like, the fuck? And then she's like, I gotta pull. He's like, fuck yeah, pull. I like this. So, it's freaking adorable how their dynamic works. I still remember before the Cyborg Frieza saga, he's like, I'm waiting for Goku. Or he's like, I'm waiting for Kakarot. And she's like, well, you can wait here by the barbecue with the ribs. And it's like, he's like, you want some sauce with your spare rib? And he's like, fine. Like, it is so adorable. It's fucking adorable. Like, there would be no other woman on the planet, maybe besides Chi-Chi, that would, like, be able to handle that level of sass, right? You need an equally sassy partner to, you know, deal with that. Otherwise, you're just too high maintenance, you know what I mean? But if you're equally sassy, it's like, woman, bring me a towel. And she's like, fuck you, drip dry. He's like, what a bitch. You know what I mean? They just bounce off each other, right? It just works. Like, that's what relationships are. You need someone to bounce off on. A lot of people would be like, that is inappropriate. That is insulting. The other person, instead of getting insulted, they just insult you back. You know, that's a fun relationship, right? If you don't have that, fuck me. That's no good. That's no good. That's no good. All right, I sidetracked for a little bit. Happy to wait. Happy to wait.
Remember these words when doubt descends, Commander.
That's it?
Thanks, I guess.
Close your eyes and relax, Commander.
The what now? The what now? The what now? Am I paying for this shit? Seriously? Are you fucking kidding me?